Okay guys, hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars The Old Republic. If you're watching loyally, which I've checked and none of you seem to be, which I hope will change soon, because only a few of these have been watched by a few people. And for you guys who have been watching, who watched my last video, have been anxiously waiting for the next. Sorry for the delay. I took a knock in training on Thursday and I've been nursing it for a bit, and I've only just been able to get well enough to be able to walk over to get the laptop and record. Doesn't sound like a very good excuse, isn't it? Well, a second excuse would also be that I've been terribly stressed recently. In the same training session, one of my teammates dislocated his ankle, so he's going to be out for about a month. And he's quite a good player, so it'll be a bit of a loss. So let's talk to our peeps. No. I need to talk to Carl first. Well, we can't talk to him about his thing because he's got a side quest in him that needs to do. But we need to talk to him about us being Revans. So let's do that.
What do you need?
Never mind.
You got it.
He just wants to talk about finding his son. So that was a waste of time. So we must talk to Juhani then. Hello.
How can you possibly be Revan? The Jedi whose troops saved me on Taris.
Interesting.
It was Revan, leading an army out to defeat the Mandalorians. It was you. I knew when I heard that you had become the Dark Lord of the Sith that something was wrong with it. The man who saved me could never go completely to the dark side.
I regret any of the harm I may have caused.
It is good to know that you have truly changed. It gives me hope. I do not think now that I will fall to the dark side. I only have to look at you and follow by your example, and there is no way I can fail.
If you see a little dot in the middle of your screen, I apologise for that, but there's nothing I can do about it, as I've explained in one of my previous videos. Probably this was on the Harakit Rift. That if there's a bright spot in the screen, it's because the sunlight here is so intense. You will do fine, Juhani.
Thank you for placing your confidence in me. I only wish I had your heart as well.
Aww.
I will never forget what you did for me, even if you do not remember it.
That reminds me, we might have triggered a side quest with us, so after we've done our talk, we'll just take her out on her
How may I be
own
of assistance to you?
and have a bit of a jog. I wonder if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
What happened after your father died?
After my father died, my mother was left to support me alone. A single non-human woman living in one of the worst, most violent slums on Taris. It was not easy for her.
How so?
When my father was killed, it seemed that something in her began to die as well.
Oh.
She worked as hard as she was able. But over time, she began to waste away. I later learned that she was unable to get enough money to feed both of us, and had to start borrowing from the exchange, a band of cutthroats and smugglers. Even that was not enough.
Dirk's exchange.
She hid what she was doing from me. She gave most of her food to me so that I would be strong, but she herself was suffering deeply from it. In the end, she could go on no longer, and collapsed at the cantina where she worked one day.
Oh. Surely there was a doctor.
She never recovered. There was nothing really that I could do for her. She left me no money, and the doctor would see her without being paid first. I sat by her bed for days as she lay there dying. I never want that to happen to someone I care about ever again. But there was still the money she had borrowed. She had never paid it back and made no provisions for her death. You must understand. The exchange is brutal.
I know.
They care nothing for the life of a sentient being. They are the major suppliers of slaves on Taris.
If you remember that old guy that we saw right at the very beginning of the LP being threatened by the bounty hunters. That's what she's referring to. The exchange brutally bullying people into paying their money by force. If they don't have it, they kill them or enslave them. That is basically what Juhani's talking about here. You were enslaved?
They thought it would be appropriate that, with my mother owing them money, the debt should be passed on to me. And with no way to pay, they took me by force. You have no idea what it is like to be bound like a beast and treated as such. It was the worst time of my life. They treated me like livestock. They were waiting for a buyer to give them some credits for me when the Jedi came to fight the Mandalorians.
And they freed you, I presume.
The Jedi could not abide by what they saw there and drove the exchange from the face of the world, freeing those of us imprisoned there. But the Jedi soon left to fight their war, and I was left with a dream.
What did you do?
I swore that I would become a Jedi. As soon as I had enough money to do it, I bought passage on a freighter headed for Dantooine. And we both know what has happened since then.
Yeah, you met me. You became a Jedi. You turned away from the dark side.
I am grateful to you for having given me the opportunity to fulfill my dream, rather than become what I hated. Someday, I may make it up to you. But for now, let us keep on the task at hand.
Let us do that, yes. Check recording in 6 minutes. I think we should have time for a story with Jolee and possibly also one with Candace. Let's check. Jolee, you old bugger.
Got something on your mind?
You're an old bugger. Why did you leave the Jedi?
Who said I left the Jedi?
You did. You said you weren't a Jedi any longer.
Well, technically I was only a Padawan. Not that that makes a difference to most, but as for the Order itself, no, I never left it. It left me.
Huh? What do you mean it left you?
You know what I hate? Well, lots of things.
Mushrooms!
I'm old and easily annoyed, but that's besides the point. What I really hate are how most people view the Jedi. Everyone thinks that the Jedi are perfect, that they can do no wrong. They think the Jedi Council is completely incapable of injustice.
And eats all its vegetables. I certainly don't think that.
I guess you aren't as stupid as you sometimes act.
Hey!
No doubt you've been on the receiving end of Jedi justice at least once, eh?
Yep.
And I'm not even talking about how some of us fall to the dark side. No, that's plenty indication of our fallibility.
Yep.
But it's something else entirely. No, I'm talking about how more than often not, your average robe-wearing Jedi can try to do the right thing and still be completely wrong.
Yep. So the Jedi wronged you in some way, I take it.
No, the Jedi always treated me well. It would be foolish and untrue to say otherwise. That's not what I meant anyway. Come to think of it, I don't have to be clear. Someone my age is entitled to ramble, damn it. But for your sake, I'll try to explain.
Will you try playing Scrabble?
I'll tell you a little tale about a Jedi master I once knew.
Story time.
Hortath, I think. Or was it Hortoth? I can never get it straight.
Go on, I'll listen.
Where was I then? Oh yes, Master Hortath. He was a kindly old Jedi who meant well, but the most nearsighted thing in the Corps, I swear. He would walk into walls, knock over tables, mistake apprentices for rancor beasts, that sort of thing. And he was too proud to submit to proper treatment.
Sorry for the
Some
laughing,
used to
guys.
counsel him in the urge to use the Force, Master Hortath. Allow the Force to see for you, but he refused to believe that his eyes were failing. He simply squinted more and more as the years went on, the other Jedi resignedly passing it off as the amusing quirk of a compassionate old man.
That sounds a lot like Kreia and Visas from KOTOR 2. I've not played it myself, but I've watched the LPs of other people playing the game. And if you watch those same LPs, you'll know who I'm talking about. And... go on.
So, one day a young Padawan meets Master Hortath in the courtyard and, not knowing of his blindness, asks him for directions to the council. Quite sure of himself, Hortath gave the lad directions, which happened to lead back outside and away from the Enclave. The Padawan is confused, naturally, Padawan suggests that perhaps he should have asked someone else. But the proud Hordak now feels insulted. He tells the Padawan to take the route he prescribed and no other. Rather dejectedly, the Padawan did as he was told, and so ended up leaving the Jedi Order forever.
Oh.
It was decided that the boy's fate was to leave the Order anyway, though whether that was out of respect for Hordak or because the boy went on to something else, we'll never know.
Well, it might have been both. Might have been that they didn't want to disrespect Hortath, and that the fact that the boy went on to become like a famous smuggler. Probably Han Solo's great grandfather, Juan Solo. In fact, Juan Solo did become a Jedi, didn't he? I'm speaking in terms of Super Vader Man's character. What? Why am I going off the point of my character? The one and only. The one and only is the one we should be focusing on. So did you know this Master Hortath or the Padawan?
No, both of them were from before my time. Well before the Sith Wars, even.
I don't understand.
The tale is about blindness, and I thought the point was clear. At any rate, you think about it. You're the one who asked why the Jedi left me, remember?
Yeah.
Now let's get going. My feet are itching for a good run.
They're just itching, probably. Okay guys, I'm going to video there because I really need the toilet now and I need to try and struggle my way up the stairs with this injured leg. So I'll be back shortly. Until then, may the force be with you. Always.